Ladies and gentlemen, I have the privilege to present to you a dramatic document of man's continuing search for dignity, a moving exercise of one of the most cherished rights in a free society, the right of peaceful protest.
Hey, my man, it's good to see you. It has been too long. May your heart be pure and may your days be long. Look out your window, babe. Your kids are playing in the street. Turn on your TV, darling. There's riots going on. But it wasn't meant to be as bad a place as they say. It's a no good and dirty, low down, played out, riding no way. Making bad words out of hope, love, faith, and religion. Control the airwaves, distort the transmission. There's fear everywhere, but I am not scared. To know a blow of smoke from a cloudy sky, what you see to what you feel down deep inside. There's nothing wrong with love. Oh, how to hear a word they say. They got a no good and dirty, low down, played out, rotten no way. It has got nothing to do with me and you. Just a no good and dirty, low down, played out, rotten no way. It's a no good and dirty, low down, played out, rotten no way.
Filmed at the Republican National Convention of 2008, during a time of real economic instability, war, and environmental concerns, We the People sought to examine how a nation once built on unity had become a divided nation. In examining the music, the signs, the voices, the love, and the fear, we the people found that it was up to the citizens of this nation to continue to activate in their own communities, making change through community action, peaceful protest, service, and music.
Idea is to create a spectacle with all this amazing imagery and kind of a visual inspiration, and then the culmination is actual training and next step. It's hard to have any sort of faith in this country. For me, this is a matter of recovering that. So, yeah, I don't consider myself a patriot in the sense that they consider patriots. I'm not going to die for policies that I don't agree with. But I'm going to carry this 1,000 square foot copy of the preamble of the Constitution that says "We the People," because to me, that's what it's about. So.
I just really want people to work across their partisan lines, to work towards the common good.
We're going to be making some really important decisions.
We're going to have to realize, sooner or later, that we're responsible.
Well, the orange jumpsuits are a symbolic protest at best to let the world know that we always come in peace and we will leave in peace.
Since we were having the convention and the RNC was here, we decided we would do this to show an alternative to how to go about U.S. foreign policy. It doesn't have to be about war, it can be about trying to solve problems without killing people. We're trying to preserve life, and myself, I believe that the soldiers and the Iraqis who died, they did not die in vain. They died so that we have more and more energy to go forward in the struggle. Because war is a disease of humanity. This isn't the first war. There have been many, many, many wars. And unless we stop it, there will be many more. So if we don't work to end this scourge of humanity, then those people have died in vain. But that's not going to happen because we're going to continue to work. We're going to continue to push, and in time, we will end the use of war as a way to solve our problem.
We've been blessed with consciousness, the ability to communicate, to observe, to calculate, to analyze our situation here. And there's a growing voice that's saying, whoa, 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 whoa. All these ideologies that we've been utilizing to develop humanity throughout probably the last 5,000 years of classical history, they're simply not working. They're not effective.
What we have in front of us as a country and as a community is the privilege of looking at a whole range of problems and trying to come up with answers to them as a community and as a nation.
It's a vision that most people can understand.
That we are capable of being inspired.
Can make people's lives better.
That their voice will be heard.
We're all connected.
An amazing turnaround.
To do better.
That's a must.
You know, guys, seriously, oh no, I'm really looking forward to a time when we're older and we look back with our children and we describe to them this era and we look back on this as a time that it was just a momentary lapse in American judgment, and there was fear and there was terror and there was trauma, and that's understandable, but it passed and we've moved on to a new politic of hope and inspiration, and that's this right here. That's these seeds growing right here. And it's gonna happen. That's why I'm not worried. I'm not worried. It's gonna happen. It's happening. Right now, it's happening. And I love you guys for it. Thank you for being out here, being those seeds, for being here in the rain with us. So let's sing a happy song.
Pacifist, catalyst to wagafist. Throw up your peace sign, show me how you manifest. We all know those suffering from apathy are locked in the box, so show them that they have a key action. Reaction, no satisfaction. Wheels keep spinning, but they get no traction. Buddha and Shiva and the elephant with 6 arms all love Jesus, so put away your firearms. Oh, now people come together, let's go down to the gateless gate and slow down, floating like a feather. Come on, superheroes, time to activate. Satellite and many types of kryptonite, like moths around the firelight. Pull the plug and save your life. So stand up, get up, jump up and rise. Everybody look at everybody right in their eyes. Sit in the lotus, maintain focus, self-disappearing like hocus pocus. Swimming in the deep end and leaping off the high dive. Call out to all bliss junkies, now's the time. Oh, now people come together, let's go down to the gateless gate and slow down, floating like a feather. Come on, superheroes, time to activate.
Time to activate.
Oh, now people come together, let's go down to the gateless gate. Slow down, floating like a feather. Come on, superheroes, time to activate.
Well, we live in so much abundance. What we lack is the ability to have service. People need to participate. They need to activate. And so this song was hopefully going to be like a battle cry to people to live these ideals and just participate more, become involved on some level.
I believe that the focus is change, change for the good, change for those that are in need versus those that are the haves versus the have-nots. And yeah, there's definitely going to be change. But the economy has a big effect on what type of change it's going to be and for whom.
There are a bunch of things that all of us can do in our own way, in our own sphere, in our own economics.
I have the feeling that we're all interconnected, that what is happening to somebody else on the other side of town, other side of the state, is our problem too.
How am I affecting the world around me? How can I treat the planet better?
It's not rocket science. I like to tell people that we once, as a society, the whole society had this, the American dream. In 1940s, we were coming out of a depression, the worst we ever had. And we ended up joining a fight around the world to end fascism in a very frightening time. And we were able to do that. In the 1960s, President Kennedy said in 1962, we're going to put a man on the moon by the end of the decade. And that was a time we had never been more than 25 miles from the surface of the planet, ever in human history. He says, 8 years from now, we're going to put somebody 250,000 miles away on the moon and get them back safely. And that was real rocket science. I mean, that was difficult. We didn't have computers like we have now, and they did it. We believed in ourselves that we could tackle those. Now we've come to the point where we don't believe that anymore.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Remember that in these grave days in the affairs of the world, we need internal unity, national unity. For the sake of the nation, that is good advice, and it never grows old.
Tell me why the grass was greener years ago. I swear it used to grow here, but no more here. Tell me why on this hill all the birds that used to come to fly here come to die here. And tell me why I need to know. Sometimes I wish I didn't have to know. Oh, you show me. Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day or two. Don't give up on me, I won't give up on you. Just believe in me like I believe in you. Tell me why on the corner all the kids that used to come to run here load their guns here. And tell me who said it's okay to kill in the name of the gods we pray. Tell me who said it's okay to die in the name of the lies we say. Tell me why there's child soldiers. Tell me why they close the borders. Tell me how to fight disease, and tell me now, won't you please? The only thing I want to do is to be in the arms of someone who believes in me like I believe in you. And I say, hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day. Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day. Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day or two. Put your hands together. Don't give up up on me, I won't give up. And I try for you. Don't give up on me. And I cry for you. Just believe in me like I believe in. Hey world, what you say? Hey world, what you say? Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day. Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day or two. Just believe in me like I believe. I try. Don't give up on me, up on me, up on me. And I say, hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day. Let me hear, hey world, what you say? Another day. Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day or two. Or three. Or four. Or five. Or six. Or maybe more. Put your hands up high and say, hey world, what you say? Hey world, what you say? Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day. Hey world, what you say? Should've stick around for another day or two. Don't give up on me, I won't give up. And I try for you. Just believe in me like I believe in. Hey world, what you say? Hey world, what you say? Hey world, what you say? Hey world, what you say?
You know, we can all sit around and get angry together as a small group of people, or we could try to reach out and say, hey, what I'm really trying to do is get these other people to hear our point of view, and you can't do that really with a fist. You got to kind of woo them in and be like, how you doing? And Michael, that's what Franti's a genius with, because he'll just be like singing a love song, and you'll just be like, wow, this is great, and it's vibes, and I feel good with it. And next thing you know, he's got you chanting, you know, you can bomb the world to pieces, but you can't bomb the world to peace. And you're like, oh, I didn't even know I was thinking that, you know, and it slips in there. And that's conversion, you know, that brings everyone in, and he starts to convert people and gets them thinking about where they stand. And to me, that's like ultimate change. And really just instigating youth is like the real, you know, base, lowest common denominator, you know, thing that happens. And it's important to stir it up as well, but, you know, I feel like the real magic is happening on that level where you can come in and have a dialogue and bring people in, you know, so.
Well, I always say I don't know if music can change the world overnight, but I know it can help us make it through a difficult time.
Basically bringing activism together with music that it comes from, and doing things like this and bringing tons of people out and talking about real stuff.
Even more than learning the techniques and the language of music, it teaches you how to get along with one another. If you're in a music group, you have to, you're in something that's bigger than just yourself. And I think people don't understand that. They just see music as being a luxury item that you don't need music in order to have a place to sleep. You don't need music in order to have food on your table. But you really do need music in order to have a life that's worth living.
Sometimes I'll hear a song that will
that will inspire me to do something better in my life, to do something more, just become a better person, or see and discover things within myself.
Music can also awaken our hearts to things that we never knew existed. Personal emotions, love, compassion, celebration, blues. And music has this transformative quality too, that when we are awakened to these things, we pass them. So if we're sad, maybe we listen to the blues, and then you cry, and then you speed up the blues. It gets faster in the same chords, and then you have what's called the funk. And then once you've cried, then you can celebrate. So yeah, music can change the world, and music also can help to raise money, raise awareness, but mostly it raises the spirits of us who are trying to make change, but sometimes we feel worn down by it, so we listen to music to stay in the fight.
Being able to march in peace, without being bothered by the police, be able to have the freedom of speech without being bothered by the police. The closer they got to the RNC, where the stage was set up at, the more they pushed the protester back.
We happen to have the RNC in town this week.
And it is surrounded by police all over the place.
The fact that you can have all these police officers standing here, and as you mentioned earlier, having a group of people a couple hundred feet behind me using our profession in poor language, denouncing us as being everything from racist to communists to fascists and everything in between, and the fact that these men and women are here standing calmly protecting their rights to do so, I think really says a lot about our country. You know, that's a pretty big deal, because you can't find it anywhere else in the world.
Treat them like human beings. There's a person behind that uniform.
Music's still legal. Speaking our voice is still legal. Violently outbursting is disruptive to society. And I believe, however, that maybe it's good for more Americans to see people getting that fed up with the system.
I kind of feel like that stuff is always going to be there. You always have those people trying to like destroy and revolutionary style. And then down there today, I saw the complete opposite. I saw all these people gathered at the Capitol lawn in peace, and calmness, and love, and like trying to raise this vibration. And that was really cool to see, because it was so different from what people are seeing. Anger isn't going to displace anger. It's never going to change anything. People who are peaceful and trying to be peaceful are going to help the world be peaceful. You can't get peace through being angry if it's not there.
Yo, he stole you, man.
I'm without
You want to talk about it, but now you gotta live it up.
Sorry, I love you.
I know you love
me. No, that's good. Keep it in there. That's epic. Yeah. See, another example. Instead of, being aggressive, I hugged the man. And I needed to be cleaned anyway. I was really sweaty from being on stage. Not on the rug, man. You see what happens? We're talking about unchecked aggression here. You're out of your element.
I'm out of mind too. For lack of a better way to speak the things upon my mind, I wanna climb a vine in this rhyme.
Animal temptation, I'm relating cultivation, roots and attack, predators and prey for needless nations. So pull your pews down and bring your hands into your chest, your fingers pointed to the sky, your perfect very best. Daddy's little angel always taught to kneel, innocent and never knew control is what is real. The history behind the evolution myth of hell, just to keep your fear itself continuing to sell. So buy it up, cause we've always been like this from the start. We've been like this from the beginning, been like this from the start. We've been like nobody is to blame. We've been like this from the beginning, been like this from the start. And I said, whoa, every time and every day you're gonna say them damn things, ain't ya? Oh, you're coming up from the weight that I've been shedding a little weight, shedding a little skin. I said now, whoa, every time and every day you're gonna say them damn things, ain't ya, ain't ya? Oh, you're coming up from the way that I've been shedding a little weight, shedding a little skin. This ain't no time to think, so put your mind away. The problems that you see will overload you and the time will stray. All you can really do is be the best you can. Step on a few more ants and send the pigs away for spam. Barbecue some chicken and be thankful it ain't you. Now every day's a holiday. Kill some cows and make some shoes. Buy a bottle and get to where it's happening. These shoes were made for yakking. It's a dirty world, propaganda's got the supplies. How to clean everything made me open my eyes and register the fact that life is all the same. We all need a kick in the face. I need someone to blame. 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 But there ain't no one to blame. There ain't no one to blame. We're all a part of it. I said, whoa, every time and every day you're gonna say them damn things, ain't ya, ain't ya? Oh, you're coming up from the way that I've been shedding a little weight, shedding a little skin. I said now, whoa, every time and every day you're gonna say them damn things, ain't ya, ain't ya? Oh, you're coming up from the way that I've been shedding a little weight, shedding a little skin. I said now, whoa, every time and every day you're gonna say them damn things, ain't ya, ain't ya? Oh, you're coming up from the way that I've been shedding a little weight, shedding a little skin. I said, whoa, every time and every day you're gonna say them damn things, ain't ya, ain't ya? Oh, you're coming up from the way that I've been shedding a little weight, shedding a little skin. The past years scared me half to death, so I guess I got a head start. Homes fun made out of spare parts, iron lung, hinged tongue, and a glass heart. Your sleeping machines are dreaming of your fingers on the keys. What harm could she be? Just an arm up her sleeve. Let's disarm her and see. I kept the proof of purchase, but what does purchase prove? Like what's your wild worth? Where do you sell it and to who? I stacked yesterday's behind me like bets I couldn't win. Steady treading, concrete rising to my chin. We went so fast. It seemed that the wheels spun backwards and last words flew by in the draft. Sound the alarm sender, walk through the wire, call all the satellites because the future is on fire. Sound the alarm sender, walk through the wire, call all the satellites because the future is on fire. 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 I said now, the future is on fire. The future is on fire. The future is on fire. I will live with unclenched fists. No need for a shit list. There's seldom best. Karma farming, good vibes helps with bliss. Live each day while days still do exist. This world will be best. This world will be straight.
people of this country are anxious to see a world in peace.
If you talk about the way things can be, you spell out the vision, people are ready to get engaged. I think the public is way ahead of where politicians think they are.
And so to a very large extent, we have within our ability, within our reach, the ability to transform any community that we live in because it is our own. I don't think that we understand that. I think that people feel alien from one another, and if you're not in community, you feel powerless.
It means we as a community do better when each person in the community does better.
And in doing that, you will have a much broader vision. You know, not very selfish way that you have been doing, you know, like during the Reagan time when President told us that, you know, greed is okay. You know, when you say things like that, we don't have monarchy, we have presidency. And president, whatever they say, whatever they do, that will seep through the whole society. And maybe we'll break that down and see that, no, it's not okay.
So finally, I think that we have to do a far better job of organizing ourselves into communities. We are much less likely to be frightened and far more likely to be creative as a general case.
We're ready to tackle our problems. We're ready to move beyond the fear and the greed.
Community and small business matter. As big business expanded, the little guy was not really counting anymore.
Instantaneous communication makes it possible for parts of a single company to be hundreds of miles apart.
In terms of the larger picture about buying and people buying efficiently, we've got to question how we make our society more sustainable in the long run. The solution to 9/11 when George Bush said, go shop. Think about what a weird way to have a sustainable future is. We know there are 6.5 billion people on the planet, and the number is growing fast, and can the planet sustain that many people consuming that much stuff? The global warming issue has brought that to life, and it's now a crisis we're beginning to realize. But we can't continue to say the economy is doing well when people are buying more flat screen TVs and more new computers. You can't run a society indefinitely that way because you run out of resources and you pollute the environment and you destroy the planet.
A difficult, perplexing job faces today's city planners. We must work within the limits of a basically rigid structure. Whole sections of buildings must be blasted to make way for new avenues and boulevards.
We're now paying the price for all of that, and so we have to get back to reality and realize that you don't have to have the biggest or a lot of things people are selling us maybe we shouldn't be buying, or what we're being advertised and sold, and what we should maybe be buying is a little bit more simple.
If we plan well, urban Americans will someday enjoy more of the advantages of a large city without many of the penalties they now are forced to pay.
We have to support, we have to do our part.
The real genius of America is our ability to renew ourselves.
It's the common folks who's going to change the society.
We are the ones in charge.
It's going to take all 6 billion of us on this planet doing what we need to do.
So that we begin to embrace that there is a peaceful way.
We want everybody to live like us, and if everybody lives like us in the world, there won't be a world.
You know, it's the whole system has broken down.
So we have to change how we live so that we can be an example of this is how you can live.
They all rely upon us as citizens to do a far better job of educating ourselves and in educating to raise our sights.
And so we can choose to put our energy into creating a protest or a resistance of what hasn't been serving us, or we can invest all of our time and all of our energy into creating something that is new.
Living out in the rain from falling down the drain. Feeling drained from the main, mutilated, diseased, disaster, deficient and dead. Raging waves with no name, distorted face, place and blame. Hyper judging all the time, lost my mind on the train, running from the insane. Children taught to blow their brains out in the holy name, running from fame where everybody knows your name. Running the same vein, empty shadows splatting, nothing matters anyway. Looking for meaning and truth, looking for meaning and words, running from afraid. It's the great escape. We got to sneak away. When they look away, we'll just fade away. Carry me in your memory. If I should pass away before the break of day. The life, happy class, fluff, nana. I said I'm getting right. What if I can't make it right? The hinge door swings both ways, night and day. Joy that goes away, things seem to sway, nothing stays the same. So that even in the madness we will survive. Even in the darkness we will survive. It's the great escape. We got to sneak away. When they look away, we'll just fade away. Carry me in your memory. If I should pass away before the break of day. Oh. I'm running through the forest and I'm running through the woods, and I'm running my whole life, running like I should. And I'm running for survival, and I'm running from the rifle, and I'm running from the Bible, blood libels and false idols. Say craziness inside me, afraid to peek through the bushes and see. Locked down, held down reality, behind barbed wire with no key. Running, it's the great escape. We got to sneak away. When they look away, we'll just fade away. Carry me in your memory. If I should pass away before the break of day. Yeah. My man Mark, we go back to Oregon. Check it out. Keep that right there. Strip away the serpent skin, we came to win and dispatch the troops and out the captain. My gem is held capped up in the dungeon. Don't come back again till you end the mission. If it takes a long time, don't lose the vision. If you're stuck, check the blueprints and look within reflection. Gotta find a rhythm, won't you please return, child? Where you been? She says I can't come home cause he won't let me in. And beside, we don't need no more friction. She looks so nice and it gets so hot and your heart's like ice. It's a heart of sin, skin white like a ghost with a purple girl swim. But a God for the dead, when you're here. Don't you know wherever we go together, you are still my children. Are still my children.
I think people today feel more inspired to make change than ever before.
We're in a verge of a great American Renaissance.
It seems to me like there's a certain point at which you realize that your actions affect your surroundings.
We're realizing that, you know, the creed is not the answer. We have to create a society in a different way where individuals matter, where there's a sense of community.
I think we're in the midst of a political or societal shift in eras. I think this country was one that, for most of modern history, was one that we're moving forward. We're a progressive society, going to make life better for our kids.
So I think the first thing we have to do is educate ourselves, number one. And number two, I think you have to stay active.
We really need participation. We really need everyone's ideas, and we really need our voice to continue to hold the flame to our leaders and hold them accountable.
Trying to not make people more cynical, trying to let them know we can change things, that they're getting engaged in changing the way government works is important.
We need, you know, the money of the corporate world. We need the ideas of the grassroots. We need the cooperation of governments, and we need the hard work and common sense of everyday people. And when we see small steps being taken and we see that those things being realized in our community, we see people going back to work. We see a park where there was once an empty field, you know. We see a school where there was once an abandoned neighborhood. We see those small steps, and we realize that things benefit all of us when we serve.
You know, learning is something that happens on every street corner, you know, like when you walk out of your house, you know. It's not something that only happens in a book, but something that happens when you just take in, you know, the atmosphere and where you are.
Great nation, we have a diverse nation, we have a creative nation.
We need jobs, we need healthcare, education, we need to turn the economy around, we need to help people who are losing their homes.
You know, so how do we change our society, the way we think? I think we need to stop blaming each other so much.
You know, there's nothing to blame, but I'm still pissed off.
We can all just come together and focus on what the problem is.
Together, we can have some kind of effect that's going to be positive.
This is a time on the planet for us all to be activating.
If we all get together.
Act in a nonviolent way.
Kind of making it all of our jobs to help others. You know?
Connect with people.
And to continue to change the energetics of wanting revenge to wanting solutions.
We're going to be in peace. I love America.
A very small part of the whole revolutionary picture.
We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that I do believe. Oh, we shall overcome
someday. God is on our side, my Lord. God is on our side today. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that I do believe. Oh, we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid, my Lord. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, I know that I do, but oh, we shall overcome someday.
A profound example of the procedures unfettered men use to broaden the horizons of freedom and deepen the meaning of personal liberty.